Good morning, I'm Maddie Jansen, and this is the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's everything you need to know to start your day in about 15 minutes.
Working in the spirit of the Golden Empire, this is 17 News at Sunrise.
Good morning. A multi-agency investigation continues this morning after a hit-and-run crash in Oildale. The stunning information police are revealing about the vehicles involved.
People gathering from all around, live worship, people, inspiring music, and a passionate word, just sharing the realization that Jesus has risen from the dead.
Christians throughout the Golden Empire gathered to mark the holiest day of the year. We'll take you to those Easter celebrations today.
And I'm recapping Honor Flight Kern County. We'll take a look at some of those memorable moments from the trip on this Monday, April 22nd. 2019. It was an honor to travel alongside of those veterans, and I'm very excited to show you kind of a wrap-up piece, and you might want to grab the tissues because it might bring you to tears. But good morning. It's Monday morning. I'm Tabitha Mills in for Maddie Jensen alongside Alex and Mary Kit in for Kevin this morning, and what a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, of course. It's spring break, and a lot of people are have one more day of vacation, including Maddie. Maddie will be back tomorrow, yeah, it's going to be. It was a beautiful forecast.
It was an absolutely gorgeous weekend, a beautiful Easter Sunday. I didn't have to come into work until later in the afternoon, so I got to enjoy the morning with my family. But it was an absolutely gorgeous day, and we're expecting another beautiful day. A little bit warmer though than yesterday, but not quite as warm as what we will see later on into the week. Right now, you can see on our local satellite and radar, not much going on across Kern County. We are sitting at 56 degrees right now, humidity at 57, dew point at 41. We've got a nice calm breeze across the valley floor right now. Taking a look at our temperatures, our hour by hour here at 7 o'clock, we're expecting temperatures around 54. By noon, temperatures around 74 and getting up to 82 by 5 p.m. We're starting to warm up. We're really going to warm up in the next couple of days, getting into the 90s later on into the week. Right now, Tehachapi at 41, humidity at 93, dew point at 39, winds at 5 miles per hour. By 7 o'clock, Tehachapi, you can expect temperatures around 45 degrees. Breezy conditions, but a little bit warmer than yesterday. 63 by noon, 66 by 5 p.m. So still a gorgeous day up there in the mountains. But again, we are going to be seeing temperatures warm up, and it's going to get warm really fast. We're expecting mid-90s by the middle of the week here. So make sure we're drinking our water and wearing that sunscreen because summer's coming, and it's coming fast.
Thank you. A multi-agency investigation is underway after a hit-and-run crash in Oildale that left several people badly hurt. It happened last night around 8:30 near Sequoia Drive and Woodrow Avenue. CHP says a man riding a motorcycle was driving around 60 miles per hour without the lights on, and that's when he and a female passenger ran a stop sign and collided with a Jeep Wrangler. They were both thrown from the bike. Paramedics rushed them to the hospital with major injuries. The woman hurt her head and leg, and no word on the man's injuries.
You know, it's one of those things where when motorcycles and cars come together, the motorcyclist almost always takes it the hardest, and almost always is major injury. You know, motorcycles, they're dangerous machines if they're not operated by skilled individuals. So, and I would venture to say that somebody driving a dirt bike at night on a roadway is probably not that skilled.
CHP says the motorcycle crashed was reported stolen. Kern County Sheriff's deputies located the Jeep nearby, which was also reported stolen, but there was no sign of the driver. Deputies have since tracked down 2 possible suspects because both vehicles were reported stolen out of Bakersfield City jurisdiction. BPD has taken over the investigation.
The Sheriff's Office continues to investigate a shooting in East Bakersfield that happened just after 7 o'clock last night on Washington Street, just off of Virginia Avenue. Deputies there found a man who'd been shot twice in the torso. Paramedics rushed him to Kern Medical with moderate wounds. No word on how he's doing this morning. KCSO says the suspect in the shooting is Moses Trejo of Bakersfield. Deputies say the victim and Trejo knew each other but wouldn't say how. According to the Kern County Inmate Search and KCSO arrest log, Trejo has not been arrested or booked.
New information information about a deadly crash at the Oceano sand dunes this weekend. Investigators now say speed was a factor in the crash that killed a woman. The 5-vehicle crash happened at the dunes just south of Pismo Beach just before 8 o'clock on Friday. State park rangers say the off-road vehicles went off a nearly 30-foot high dune at speeds of 60 miles per hour and crashed. Paramedics rushed a woman to Arroyo Grande Community Hospital where she later died. Her identity hasn't been released. 4 others, including an 11-year-old girl, were also hurt. No word on how they're doing.
After 2 closures in just 6 months, a popular Irish pub is back open after being shut down by the health department. Kern County Public Health closed McMurphy's Bar on Monterey Street on April 12th. Inspectors found several violations, most notably rodent droppings in the front bar area. On Friday, they went back to the McMurphy's and gave the bar a score of 88%, allowing it to reopen. This is the second time Kern County Public Health has shut down the bar. McMurphy's was also closed back in October after inspectors found rodent droppings, roaches, and black mold in food service areas.
A new round of nighttime ramp and lane closures begin tonight on the 58 and 99. It's part of ongoing work along the stretches of the road. This is video of crews working on the 58 about a week and a half ago. They'll continue working on the road tonight through Thursday. Ramps will be closed at the Chester Avenue, H Street, and Union Avenue and Cottonwood Road interchanges. The Thomas Road Improvement Program says the work is scheduled from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. Not all of the ramps will be closed at once, though.
Now to the 99, where several lanes will be closed tonight and tomorrow, while crews work to install a temporary barrier ahead of upcoming road work. Now, this is happening between Highway 58 and Ming Avenue and on northbound 99 near the 58 interchange. The westbound 58 to southbound 99 connector ramp and southbound 99 Ming Avenue off-ramp will also be closed. These closures will also be in effect from 9 p.m. to 5 a.m. At least one lane will remain open on both north and southbound 99 while work is underway.
Well, it was Easter celebrations galore as Christians across Kern County celebrated the holiest day of the year. For Christians, Easter Sunday marks the resurrection of Jesus Christ. He was crucified on a cross in Jerusalem, but 3 days later he rose from the dead. Easter Sunday services happened all around town yesterday and on Saturday as well. The pastor at Canyon Hills told us thousands of people attended several services that started at 6 a.m. and ran until 1 p.m. St. Francis Assisi was packed with parishioners as well.
Today's the day that changed everything. Today's the day that has made a difference in lives worldwide. Jesus was the most historical figure of all time, impacted the world in a greater way than any other person.
Today we're going to go to Easter, and today's the last day for the 40 days. 40. Well, the day already passed. I mean, today is the last day. So today, there was like a lot of people outside. It was hot outside, but it was a nice time because you got to go to church with God's home. You get to go to God's home, aka church.
God's home, aka church. Easter also intersects with the Jewish celebration of Passover, which continues through sundown on Saturday.
I think he's got the message right there. Canyon Hills and St. Francis weren't the only parishes holding Easter services. The Blessing Corner hosted its annual Resurrection Sunday program, complete with worship food and egg hunts. No Easter is complete without the traditional hunt, but at Blessing Corner Ministries, more than just eggs were up for grabs. The ministry also hides scrolls with pieces of scripture written on them. For those too old to participate in the hunts, there was also a coloring contest and face painting.
The Blessing Corner hosts our Resurrection Sunday for the kids. It's important that they know that Easter is not just about the bunny rabbit and the chocolate and the stuffed sweet marshmallow ducks. It's actually about the story of Jesus when he passed away, rose again, and that he died and for the remissions of our sins. So teaching children in a way that they understand, that they can really know and hold on to it as they grow to be young adults in the community.
The Blessing Corner is located at the corner of 1st Street and Union Avenue. The ministry holds activities and events throughout the year for kids in our community.
Devastation and mourning in Sri Lanka. Nearly 300 people, including several Americans and 500 others, were hurt in a series of explosions on Easter Sunday. 8 blasts rocked hotels and 3 churches during an Easter Mass. Officials are calling the bombings the worst violence to hit the South Asian country since its civil war ended a decade ago. Right now, officials have set a curfew and armed police are guarding churches like this one in the capital city of Colombo. As families prepare to bury their loved ones, we're learning from Sri Lanka's Prime Minister, who says the government knew about the possibility of attacks. NBC's Janice Mackey joins us from Colombo to explain.
Investigators, the government, now the FBI is on the ground. They're all trying to piece together what happened and to try and make sense of it. Just behind us is the Shangri-La Hotel, one of the targets in the attacks. You can see that the restaurant has been blown apart. What is known so far, this was a coordinated attack in 3 different cities. Forensic analysis from 6 sites showed that it was the work of suicide bombers. Police are saying they believe it all leads to one group, but they won't yet say who. 24 people have been arrested, including women.
And this is a very cowardly attack. And it's not just an attack, it's a very gruesome attack on humanity. And at a time when, innocent people would be worshipping God.
What is also troubling, security officials admit they were warned 10 days ago that there could be attacks on churches here. The Secretary of Defense today telling NBC News that they knew that certain things were happening, but, quote, they never expected anything of this magnitude. And it is staggering. The death toll nearing 300. More than 500 people have been wounded. The State Department says at least 2 Americans are confirmed dead and several more could be missing or unaccounted for as they continue to try to search for answers and prepare here for hundreds of funerals. Janice Mackey for Air, NBC News, Sri Lanka.
And in just about 15 minutes, Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is expected to speak about the horrific string of attacks in Sri Lanka. Pompeo has already blamed radical terrorists for the bombings, which left several Americans dead. He's set to deliver his remarks at 5:45 our time at the State Department.
He is the 19th Democrat to enter the race. Massachusetts Representative Seth Moulton is the latest Democrat to make a go at the White House. He announced his candidacy earlier this morning. It's a long shot bid that would make him the 40-year-old Marine Corps veteran, the youngest president in American history. Moulton says he'll center his campaign on veterans issues and national security. He was elected to Congress in 2014 after serving 4 tours in the Marine Corps and earning a Bronze Star in Iraq. Moulton has already been on the campaign trail, traveling to early primary and caucus states as he prepares for the presidential run. This week, he is set to visit 4 of them again and participate in a service project in each. Congress is still on its April recess, but Democrats are meeting today on Capitol Hill to figure out their next steps after reading the redacted version of the Mueller report. Tracy Potts joins us from Washington this morning with a look at their strategy as they work to get their hands on the full unredacted report. Good morning, Tracy.
Good morning, Alex. Good morning, everyone. Step 1 for the Democrats is to get the full report. Step 2, get the man who wrote it to testify.
Worse than Watergate. That's what one key Democrat is calling President Trump's actions in the report on Russian election interference by special counsel Robert Mueller.
If proven, some of this would be impeachable, yes.
But will they go there?
So when Mitch McConnell will not stand up to the president either, it means that an impeachment is likely to be unsuccessful.
For now, their plan is to keep digging. Today, a small group of lawmakers will see nearly the full report, everything except secret grand jury information. Attorney General William Barr testifies next week. Plus, lawmakers are asking for Mueller by May 23rd, and now former White House counsel Don McGahn. The White House says none of it's necessary.
They declined to indict the president is not going to jail.
The president's lawyer insists campaign officials seeking damaging information on Hillary Clinton from a Russian lawyer was not illegal.
There's nothing wrong with taking information from Russians.
And the president himself tweets the Mueller investigation was the worst and most corrupt political witch hunt in the history of the United States.
Democrats have subpoenaed the full report, including all the grand jury information, by May 1st. In Washington, Tracy Potts, 17 News.
Thanks for listening to the podcast of 17 News at Sunrise. It's a 15-minute summary of everything you need to know about Kern County. There's a new episode every weekday.